Yo, we're not gonna be on here forever, you feel me? But what up, YouTube? Topaz Jake's back with another reaction video because, you know, we had to go here to peep the halftime show. And I got to say, this is why you pay Dr. Dre to come through and do anything. You feel me? He always does it on the highest level possible, does it amazingly, even though I have my issues with Dr. Dre just not showing up, not doing anything for a very long time. But whenever he does, whenever he comes through and put his best foot forward, you always get something epic. And that's exactly what we got with this halftime show, man. And I mean, let's just keep it 100. This is one of the best halftime shows that I've experienced in quite some time. Like, going until you go back to Prince, Michael Jackson, of that era of halftime shows. This was right there up there with it. Like, because when you look at like all the recent years, the recent pop years of all the halftime shows, you had what? Shakira, J-Lo was on one. How many people remember that? How many people remember the Maroon 5? How many people even cared about the whole Justin Timberlake? How many really cared about the Lady Gaga live performance? How many people actually sat up and cared more about the shark, cared less about the shark than actually Katy Perry on her halftime show? Like last year was The Weeknd. Everybody was clowning The Weeknd because he looked like he was running through a house of mirrors. Like, you got Coldplay, you had Black Eyed Peas. How many people actually remember these actual halftime shows? I honestly believe that this halftime show will be one of the more notable, and this could be me. You know, I'm the hip hop guy. I love hip hop through and through. And these guys are like the legends of multiple generations of putting forth the best music. Now, I could just be subjective to these, you feel me? But I don't think so. Given the fact that the last ones that I actually cared about was Beyonce, when she came through with the marching band and all that stuff. And then Bruno Mars, who came through, did his thing too. Like, those two halftime shows were dope as well. But this one, because of just how well it was put together, how Dr. Dre is behind the engineering booth, orchestrating everything as he goes along, as he does all the time. Like, he's capturing everybody's unique essence, and everybody is going about it in their own different performance, as they're only given 1-2 songs, but yet these are the biggest acts of entire generations. So yes, they have 1 or 2 songs that's going to absolutely crush the whole feelings. You feel me? So as much as the controversy that was going on leading up to this, I think it was all worthwhile. Like, the controversy of like the dancers weren't getting paid, performers were taking a bunch of pay cuts, like Mary J. I don't even think Mary J got that much money off of this. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have been about the money. When Dr. Dre calls you and say, yo, I'm trying to put on the halftime show at the Super Bowl, you're going to get residuals. You're going to get paid one way or the other, even if it's not getting paid all the money up front. Because Dr. Dre, for those who didn't know, Dr. Dre had to put up his own money to be able to do this. You feel me? Like, if Corona took away the ability of a Super Bowl halftime party, which was on the cards, Dr. Dre would have been out like $50 million, allegedly. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it was around 50, maybe $25 to $50 million that he had to pump, that I would never have done if I'm Dr. Dre, because you guys are billionaire owners. Y'all can't put up this money for your halftime show. But regardless, Dr. Dre is like, look, man, it don't matter. I got it. This is going to be a legendary moment. I'm going to X the West Coast into the culture forever. And that's the direction that he went with this. And I'd be damned if this mad genius didn't do it, and do it on the highest level possible. I love it. How they came in on top of the buildings. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. They performing on separate buildings and stuff. And then Snoop Dogg begins to walk inside of the building. Like, all right, inside of the building, you got performers, people dancing, you got people playing the drums and all that stuff, playing some of the biggest hits. Like, all right, that's what's up. Then it cuts from there, and then it goes into who did it go into? Did it go into Mary J after that? Mary J being back on top of the buildings, and she's being the epic, the diva, the shiny everything. Everybody's focus all should be on her as she's doing her #1 best hits and stuff, man, at the time. That was phenomenal. Love the way that was put. And see, the thing is, the fact that there was so many people, they only got but so many songs, you dig? And I think that actually helped in the grand aspect of what this Super Bowl halftime show needed to be. You can't get bogged down with one artist doing a bunch of songs. Like, no, it's jumping from one to one to one to one, so it keeps you super invested. It keeps you super focused. It keeps you directly involved with it. You feel me? Like when you look at Katy Perry and all of these other acts who pretty much was just doing the whole thing themselves, it got dry real quick because they was trying to do the same thing, but yet these is all just them. But yet you had to stay focused on, oh, is that Anderson .Paak in the background? Oh, he's just playing the drums. He's not gonna perform. Like, I wanted to hear some Silk Sonic or something, but hey, I'm all cool with like Anderson .Paak is like, yo, y'all ain't gonna be doing this without me, dog. You ain't gonna be on the West Coast without Anderson .Paak on the drums at least. He's gonna do something. Mad respect, but I love the fact that Dr. Dre keep you interested, keep you focused on what's going on. But then from, I believe, like my order may be all messed up because, you know, I didn't get a chance to watch it multiple times. I'm just reacting off my first reaction that I've seen immediately. But straight from Mary J went to 50 Cent, right? Where 50 Cent is reenacting in the club where he's upside down trying to do sit-ups. I'm like, okay, 50, you gonna have to calm it down. You ain't in the same shape that you was back in 2000. You feel me? You ain't the same 50 Cent, dog. We ain't trying to watch you fall and not be able to get up on live TV during the Super Bowl. Everybody will see it. Everybody sees that you ain't in the same shape. But whatever, bro. It is what it is. Like, I love the hit in the club. I love what he was doing. Had the dances, had the actual club vibe happening in that one particular little court right there. That was fire. And then that takes you to the streets where a little weird. Okay, why are the like black people coming out of boxes on Dre Day for Kendrick Lamar? Like, but you know, Kendrick is the artiste. He's the creative. He's the deep thinker. Like, everything that he does has multiple purposes. It has multiple layers. Now, I don't understand it yet. I'm gonna have to rewatch it again when it get put onto YouTube or wherever I'm going to watch it. But it was highly energetic. It was highly well done for what he was doing. Now, I just have my own things. Like, okay, clearly the people, the dancers that came up out the boxes and was doing all of that, they felt like step team, a step team and all that stuff, which is cool. I would have personally went with the Nation, the Fruit of Islam. I would have brought out RZA Islam, bruh. If you gonna do something like that, I would have had RZA Islam and the Fruit of Islam come through and do all of that. Now, keep in mind, I would not tell the Super Bowl that I'm about to do this because, they gonna be mad at me. They might just blacklist me for bringing through the Fruit of Islam to do that. But RZA Islam and all of them, yeah, that should have been them. But as I've said, and I've been well documented for years and years and years, that I was never the biggest fan of To Pimp a Butterfly. Never the biggest fan, but there's one thing that you can never take away from Kendrick and To Pimp a Butterfly was the high energy that you got from tracks like We Gon' Be Alright, which is all perfect for what this whole event was for. You feel me? That was ultimately the best thing for this moment, as Kendrick did some amazing work. Kendrick definitely did some amazing work there. I am not mad at it. Kendrick is still the man. I don't think he's the best rapper anymore because he hasn't shown up to defend his title for best rapper, but Kendrick is still the dude though. Kendrick still has the essence, he still has the energy, he still has the persona, he still has everything. Mad respect to it. Mad respect. Which brings us to who was it? Eminem. Eminem came out next, you dig? And they tried to blow up like one of the buildings. I don't think the building fully blew up. Now, I may be tripping. It is what it is. Like, maybe they wanted to be like that, but I think it was supposed to fall apart a little more. You know, these kinds of things, they happen during big performances, and you just gotta go with it. There ain't no way you can go back. There ain't nothing you can do about it, bro. Just keep it pushing. It got the desired effect that he wanted, where Eminem came out and did, what did he do? He did, move it, you lose it, you never let it go. You only get one shot. Oh, you still got, and did still DRE? The hook for D, still DRE, like that was cool. That was, I mean, M did his thing. M did his thing coming up out the exploding building, did his performance, there's 2 songs, which was straight. Then they brought it back to Snoop and Dre. And let me put it like this. Snoop Dogg gets endless bragging rights after this. Point blank, period. I don't care what anybody got to say. Just when you thought his cultural significance to the game as far as street life and in commercial industry and in everything, just when you think that Snoop Dogg has run its course and he's a fading legend, which he is, don't get that twisted. But when he did this, he put on for the whole gang side of the culture, maybe forever. Like, come on, the man is literally sea-walking in the middle of the Super Bowl, the biggest Super Bowl halftime show there maybe ever was, putting on for the culture. This man is dressed up in a blue bandana. Oh, he's throwing up the signs, bro. Snoop did not care. And, I mean, that's my thing. If Snoop ain't gonna care and gonna put on for the culture as heavy as he just did, like, Kendrick should have went on ahead and brought out the Fruit of Islam. That's all I'm saying. You might as well have. There would be nothing stopping you from doing that. You might as well have. But endless bragging rights for Snoop Dogg. Can't wait for the song that he decides that he wants to drop for that. Honestly, if he knew he was gonna do this, like, see, this may be why he dropped the Back on Death Row album. You dig? Why he dropped it on Friday, and I did listen to it. I didn't review it, but I will tell you the back got some jams. I think about 3 jams up on there, man. Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up. So let me give Snoop Dogg the love that he deserves for what he just put on here, dude. The songs that you should listen to are for Snoop Dogg's new album that he dropped on Friday, as he knew that what he was going to do was probably going to go viral. So let me go ahead and shout out these joints. Snoopy Don't Go, amazing song off of Back on Death Row. Gotta Keep Pushing, featuring T.I. and Sleepy Brown. Whoo, that song was fire. And Get This D with Lil Duval. These songs were amazing. Like, if you didn't listen to the Snoop Dogg Back on Death Row, you should. You really should. Them joints was fire. Joints that you definitely should be peeping out. But Snoop Dogg put on for the gang culture. Man, this man did the sea walk all throughout them buildings. He threw up the seas, bro. He came through in the blue bandana with the ram gold on the shoulders, dog. But then they came together in the end and did still DRE as Dre got up on the keys. But before they went on and started doing the later joints, had to give the shout out to Tupac musically with the do 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 do. Mad love for Dre, because Dre know what he's doing, dude. Dre's an amazing individual who put so much into this, so little time. He had maybe 15 minutes to put on maybe the greatest show that the West Coast has ever done. You feel me? And now, yes, you got Eminem, who's from Detroit. Yes, you got 50 Cent from Queens, but all of these are under the umbrella of what Dr. Dre has done over his entire career, as this ultimately felt like, him taking us one step at a time through all the artists that he's dealt with throughout all of these years, and all of the greatness that was able to come out of it, all the greatness that was able to happen. You feel me? So with them ending it off with the Still DRE, I believe it was. Was it Still DRE? Or maybe I could be mistaken. I'm not entirely sure. It was so quick. What up, Alexander Wilson? Said, I thought they was gonna do the Tupac hologram. Man, bruh. You know how next level that would be. Let Pac get some. Like when they did the California Love on them, like, yo, come on. Let Pac, go ahead and bring Pac back one more time for this. But I figured I felt it would have been awesome. I mean, it ain't like you didn't go on tour with the Tupac hologram. But for what they did, I ain't even mad at it. It is what it is. What up, Indian Atkins? I feel like I'm disappointed they could have had one more person they could have had to did some more music. I was honestly hoping for Anderson .Paak to not just do the drums. Let's be real. I was hoping for Silk Sonic to come through and sing something. You feel me? To close it on out. I was honestly hoping for that since we seen Anderson .Paak on the drums. But, I mean, it's something that I've said consistently over my whole life. You feel me? I'd rather you end on a high note with me wanting to get more than for you to keep going and I'm like, okay, you're getting bored, I'm getting bored now, this is not what it used to be. Like take for example Power the TV show. Power the TV show had 2-3 good seasons, but when they started expanding on those and trying to do other versions of the shows and they're still doing just aesthetic for me, it ruins everything for me, to keep it 100. So I'd rather, they do it as brief as they did it, knocked it out, had me wanting more, had me like, yo, where's the after party? Where y'all gotta do a full hour show somewhere together, right? I'd rather be feeling that, wanting more, than, feeling like, yo, this is going on for way too long. I want to get back to the game. That's why I'm okay with exactly how this one went out. Overall, like I said in the beginning, man, was an excellent show. I felt it was one of the better ones of all time, to go up there with Prince, to go up there with Michael Jackson, We Are the World, Purple Rain with Prince, to go up there with I would say Beyonce, Bruno Mars, who else? I really can't think of anybody else in the Super Bowl. Do y'all remember anybody from the Super Bowl halftimes that you were actually interested in? Besides there was one with Patti LaBelle, Teddy Pendergrass, but that was before my time. Diana Ross was before my time. I would have liked to see that, maybe Boyz II Men and all. There was Boyz II Men, Smokey Robinson, but I don't really remember that one all like that. But for the most part, I would have to put this one into the top 5, maybe even top 3. It is what it is. Definitely a super entertaining one. Alexander Wilson says the weakest one they did was the KD Perry performance. Hey man, Left Shark did amazing. Left Shark made that one all the way worthwhile. But you know, it is what it is. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up because I know everybody here, you pretty much was watching the Super Bowl and stuff anyway. So I appreciate you for coming through watching this. Maybe I'll come back and go live after the game. Probably not. I got a bunch of other things I need to do. But I appreciate y'all, man. Just amazing halftime show. Wanted to give all love and all props to the West Coast. All love and all love props to Dr. Dre, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, 50 M, all of y'all, Mary J. Amazing job. Y'all did your thing. All the dancers. Anderson .Paak, all of y'all, man, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did amazing for the culture, did amazing for hip hop. Just wanted to show y'all some love real quick. But I hope everybody enjoyed the game, man. Y'all be easy. 1.